Miguel over here wants to be greater than his potential. His words. So he's going to be walking in your shoes today. Okay, class? It's the artist's shoes. The translators. The vessels. Because that's what you all are, right? Vessels for the visions of guys like us.
Velvet Sky was deeply uncomfortable to watch as an actor myself. There's just so many horror stories of acting teachers abusing their power, quite frankly, and forcing students to do things that they're not comfortable with in the pursuit of art, in the pursuit of pushing your boundaries. And this is something that happens all the time. So I do think it's interesting that this is part of the thriller horror genre because it's not your traditional horror film, but is absolutely scary and uncomfortable and, you know, gives all the same icky vibes that the other films in this festival did. So, really, really great job to the performers, in particular the acting teacher, because he just did such a great job of selling it.
It's an emphasis on power. The film did a very good job of making you feel the same emotions everyone in that room was feeling, even from the beginning, just how, before he even got to that point, I could tell from the way he presented himself that we were going to have a very whiplash moment. Overbearing is a good word to say, where he came off, even before he lost his cool, he came off as the kind of guy who would passive aggressively shove you to see what you're going to get a reaction out of. Okay, a good way to say it is how he hyped this guy up, but by hyping him up, demeaned and belittled everyone else in the room as a way to make himself more powerful than the rest of the room. And I think that's the whole thing about this. It's power. To have the power over someone else, it's a very dirty thing. And that's what makes it so terrifying is you can go home at night and go, the monster in the woods, the creature under the well, the Wendigo in the mirror, like, those are just acts of fiction. But people like that, people like that director in Velvet Sky, they exist. They're real. And honestly, that's what makes this so terrifying.
I felt that the film did a great job of building tension in an authentic way through the interaction between these characters. And I specifically was unsettled by Victor's behavior. I think there are clues from the beginning of the film that there's something off about him and that he is not treating the others in the room appropriately and that he is sort of emotionally unhinged. But I think that becomes particularly clear when we see the cutaway to his past out in the rain, because until then, what is also unsettling about this film is that everyone else in the room accepts his behavior, and only at the end does Miguel call it out for what it is. But I think it's strange to watch this interaction happen knowing that there's a number of other people observing and perhaps feeling unsettled themselves, but actively choosing not to do or say anything about it. And it's sort of a testament to the power of someone being in a position of authority or in a position to give something that other individuals are really striving for.
I guess I was expecting a sort of horror that I'm more accustomed to. And, I was absolutely intrigued and leaning in and watching it all unfold and kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for one of them to pull out an axe or some sort of supernatural alien or monster to show up. But, uh, when you get through and you finally realize that the monster's been there in the room the whole time, that the monster is just another human being human, it just has that much more impact, and that's used to great effect in this piece. Really strong concept.
A jealous, unhinged acting coach invites an up and coming director to his acting class with horrifying results. Given that it's about acting, writing, and directing, the film is all the more intense. Clever idea to have flashbacks of the acting teacher's actual breakup and in the pouring rain, making it even more pathetic. The breakup scene allows the script to be so immediate for me, and the location of the warehouse room is perfect for an acting class. I was really impressed by all the actors, especially the young director who is finally pushed to his limits by the abusive teacher.
So it was a very, very interesting psychological examination of, what happens when people get together in groups and somebody's taking charge and how obedient people are going to be. Or, there's a lot of very interesting power dynamics happening here. Very interesting, well written that way, very creepy, really got under your skin. Yeah, the actors did a great job. Everybody was very convincing, very, very good. Um, you got a real sense of maybe a backstory between these two guys, what's going on. Wonder where it was going to go from there. But yeah, actors did a great job. It was a good script, really probed, really got into the psychology of it there. Good editing, good photography, really good score, very subtle, very creepy, very good.
It is really thrilling with a very deep script and outstanding performances. Really commendable. With an unassuming setup, you're just looking at a group having their regular acting class, and then this one turning into pretty much hell with so much going on and a lot of anger, frustration, just it's just so much feelings there. He even was called a bully, and it is a bully at least. And this script is so powerful. The actors react very realistically. It is just very honest.